Bitcoin is setting up for yet another massive move towards the previous all-time high. We're going to look at some key data today on the show. We also have the Feds going after the FDIC in a Senate Banking Committee hearing that absolutely ended in chaos, and the election being taken over by Solana meme coins. All this and more on today's Blockchain Basement. We are the bread and butter of all the information that's been swimming across the internet for crypto news.
If you're gonna screw me, at least pull my hair.
Hell yeah. What do you got?
They could start chopping off fingers. They're like, give me your seed phrase, but I don't know it.
Over 2 years, he's made like 17K on Roblox. And he's
What?
Like 12.
You never listen to me, and we must be married. Yeah, well, how much are you investing? $100.
400 to 600,000. The
think it's so
generational signals are now. Now.
You're spread so thin, that's how you get in on Snake. Snake's been my biggest winner.
God, welcome one, welcome all. We're talking about Hunter Biden's laptop, the meme coin, coming back. Just absolute chaos is here. Especially from Solana. Solana's been on a tear. You guys, thanks for joining me today. We have just an absolute fantastic cast. I got a lot of flack for Hannah not being on the cowbell / triangle.
She could have been.
She could have been.
Next time.
Did the pillow guitar, and then we have BJ. I was in trouble for you not playing the bass. So,
Well, I didn't bring an amp.
well, there's that. So we need to fix these things. Who's aped into IRS? Oh my God.
I almost did.
Oh my God.
It's funny when you see these go by and then you just don't do it.
Oh, dude.
There was one that I just faded.
Oh God, and faded like this shot.
Faded like that shot. She's out of the scene.
Yeah.
She's moving off the couch.
Can
Wait,
you
what is
move
that?
so I don't have
Hannah.
to change the camera?
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Thank
There we go.
You want me to like lay down?
There it is.
Yeah, you're like the normal Hannah position, so I
Yeah.
don't have to move the camera.
Chilled back, you know.
Yeah.
So what'd you
Okay.
fade? What left you behind?
I'm
You-
trying to find it right
There's
now.
quite a few meme coins popping up here and there. It's okay if you don't remember. Things are moving fast right now. I've seen many people in the chat riding the meme coin craze. We got Fade and TradFi, Dusty Mountain Climber, Indie Halo, Nicole Tater talking about the Trump coin, Michael Moore, Shake and Bake, Crypto Breezy. What up, y'all? Small Face Noto as well. Crypto Cody, what's up? So yes, the markets are looking pretty juicy, ladies and gentlemen. We have the top winners of the day. EOS coming out of nowhere. Look at EOS is up by 27%.
Oh, we better call Blood and make sure he's alive.
Dude, it's up by this in the hour. Wow.
Wow.
Just happened since the live stream ended. EOS trying to show some life, but let's back up here. This is the monthly. All right, not looking too bad. Let's go to the year. Trying to break out. Okay, it's trying. It's doing. It's the little engine that could. Let's go to the all-time. So just a quick hillbilly TA on this. Not too sick from inflationary pressures.
Dude, I need
Oh,
to
man.
trademark that just so I can troll you.
Hillbilly TA.
Yeah.
That is a
HBTA.
trademarkable. Yeah, I mean it's a valid thing. Simple, concise. If you want to find out if a coin is sick from inflation or not, just flash view the price to the market cap. But we got quite a bit of things to cover today. I also was brought to my attention Polyswarm. I saw this on the chart this morning. It was waking up. It has definitely given a resurgence to holders. This is the monthly on Polyswarm. This is a malware detection system for Web3, and it's in my bucket of I'm bullish of it because the world is so effed. More hacks will happen. More needs for secure data infrastructure and tools within that are going to be insanely bullish. I remain
I'm pretty
on
sure
that
there's
hill.
plenty of tools in the crypto space already.
Well, okay.
Plenty of tools.
Okay, but this is for
Oh, you mean useful ones?
useful ones.
I
Yes,
apologize.
this is useful ones that you have to pay an NCT tokens to be able to use their malware detection system. So it has a bit of utility. People fade it like hell, make fun of me for bringing it up in the doldrums of the boring part. And guess what? Now you're in the exciting part. Shout out to you out in the chat. If you are holding this token, I was calling it out around 0.01, 0.009 area. But it's definitely awake. I think this is just a nod to what I was talking about yesterday with data security systems being bullish as well as meme coins. I know that meme coins are taking a lot of the limelight right now, but don't discount these utilities. What's
pull
that?
up one of my favorite memes right now. So not only has Dune launched, but that meme with Paul screaming, "Father, the sleeper has awoken."
Oh
So I
my
love
God.
spamming that in chats whenever coins just come out of nowhere.
Yeah, it do
yes.
kind of be like that. And you were talking Hunter Biden's laptop popping
Yeah,
finally.
that was something We were buying that and Whiff, and then like laptop just rugged, and then just out of nowhere. So that's why a lot of these meme coins, I just kind of hold them because community takeovers happen. It is a wild west.
It is. It's
Like-
pure chaos.
Like Whiff was a community takeover.
Mhm.
I don't know if people realize that.
Yeah.
Oh God, it's Hannah.
There's a laptop too.
Yeah.
Just pure chaos. This is
So
on
what is its
Bird Eye.
market cap actually at?
So is it sitting fully diluted at 4.8 million right now?
Yeah. So I mean, it didn't like completely come out of nowhere,
Yeah.
but
It's been a slow build. For a meme coin.
But I do think it's funny the Phantom thing where they.
Oh
just
yeah,
pulled this off.
we should go there.
Yeah, like
All right.
This
Oh yeah,
is
here's
funny.
me. I got a little triggered by Richard Hart. So I'm coming out with some proof about the exact bottom I called. It was actually my first time being on the show. Voice is cracking. I was all scared because I had never done financial YouTube before. And
you still haven't.
okay. And I just was like, this is the bottom. Here it is, folks. And I stuck to my guns on that. We're up 330% since that foolish conspiracy theory of mine. But yeah, we do need to go to Phantom's website.
Well,
They had
I was somewhat involved in that.
I love
you were.
Phantom.
Well, it was me, you, and Decker were the first to really kind of start sneaking around the office and be like, hey, this is the bottom.
Oh yeah.
We were surrounded by conversation that 10K is imminent. You guys need to follow the lead of whoever might remember was the lead, and look for 10K, right? And it was kind of a taboo to think otherwise at the time. But me, you, and Decker.
Wait. What rhymes with taboo?
Ooh.
Sorry.
Ooh has made it into the Discover Crypto chat now. Meanless is like it's a sickness that's spreading. The richer Meanless gets in Solana, the more ooh-woos we will see. Solana just got pretty close to $150 this morning. We'll take a look at that in a second. But this is Phantom, Doland Trump, or Geo Bowden. This is how the crypto markets have degraded into.
To save you time, this did not pump the price. of
Yeah, it
either of them.
did not move the needle, guys.
I definitely logged in my Phantom to check. It did not.
Also, this is interesting. We see Mike Tyson, 57 years old, coming to face Jake Paul, 27 years old, in a stunning boxing match streaming
It's not
on
going to be
Netflix.
stunning.
You don't think? I think it's kind of contrived. I don't
Have
think it's an
you
actual fight.
seen Mike Tyson literally teleport? Like
Teleport?
the way he sets up
Oh, I know.
and just like he's behind you instantly.
I know. Well, he's got that. It's just like a head roll. Like he's like a perfect ball that just.
But
rolls
then
out
he's
of the
off
way.
90 degrees and like
Yeah.
3 feet to the side.
Yeah.
It's
He's crazy.
that won't be a fight.
We'll check this. I don't need sound for this
It's
necessarily.
very interesting. There's a fight airing live on Netflix.
There's
What?
it's going to be on Netflix here, which is very interesting. Look, they went into full production mode for this thing.
Like you got to give it to the Paul brother because
Yeah.
it's like
That takes some balls.
The
You're
Paul
a
brothers.
like I wouldn't say that's a moron. Like he knows there's going to be a payday.
Oh, big payday.
But like
big payday.
the odds of you being a vegetable after that
Yeah.
are extremely high.
Yeah. I mean, Tyson ain't nothing to F with.
No,
you know.
Tyson's terrifying.
God. I want to believe that it's going to be an actual hardcore fight. I just kind of doubt it. They probably both know there's a payday and decided the winner. Shout out to Lee before the super chat goes out, holding down on the Jesus, proudly buying Jesus coin for the longest time, and he's given out his generosity. He's been very convicted to Jesus coin.
Solana or
It's ERC. It's an ERC token.
I'm out.
Okay, I know. There's Jesus on Solana
No,
as well. That's
there
what,
is.
we made a short about that because there's so many different Jesus coins.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's happening. Jake Paul taking on Tyson. Hope he lives. And we'll move on. So economists are covering Bitcoin, labeling their chart the cockroach returns. They go on to state with the creation of ETFs.
when Charlie Munger got reanimated.
Small Face No Toe has the Pepe Munger original. I can't thank you enough out in the chat. Small Face No Toe rocking the Pepe Munger concoction that ChatGPT made for me before it blocked me. I actually got blocked out of I think it was Midjourney for trying to recreate that image. It made it for me once, but very nice. But yeah, this is probably written by Munger. Goes on, more people chatter, talk about Bitcoin ETFs. The more money pours into it, and so on. Bitcoin has been in existence for 14 years. The elegant mechanism by which it validates itself and supply has never been hacked.
Define.
It's forked. It was forked, but it wasn't hacked. It wasn't taken down.
No, but like those old Goldfinger attacks, like I guess what is the litmus test of a hack?
I mean, back in the day, those are valid. I think it's grown to the point where TradFi and these financial pundits at large can't deny that it's if someone could hack Bitcoin right now, they would. If they could not destroy it while doing so.
Why would you do it now versus doing it at the top? I still think it's possible. Like the Nakamoto coefficient on Bitcoin is not as strong as a lot of people think. They're like, oh, getting a 51% attack is too hard. But again, it's like you have very centralized pools. Like, am I bullish on crypto in general? Yes, but like I am not bullish on the decentralization of Bitcoin anymore. I don't think it is. The ethos that is Bitcoin to me is gone.
Well, you get the Riot Marathon. You have the 4 biggest Bitcoin miners in the U.S. getting taken over essentially shareholder-wise by BlackRock. I can understand the concerns. Really, at this point, I think that I'm cut between if the government created Bitcoin or if it's just this cat running through an open prairie that the governments just simply can't control anymore. It's a big debate, because there's some old NSA cryptography documentation that really leans towards the government creating it. And if I was the U.S. government, say 50 years ago, and I knew I was on par or on course to collapse like all fiat currencies do for these nations, maybe create a seemingly transparent worldwide system in the back room with some nerd engineer that's getting overpaid to create this in the dark and then secretly control it while the rest of the world adopts it and thinks they have something new. Meanwhile, it's just created by the same government that they're trying to escape. So I don't know. That's where the pessimist conspiracy theorist in me comes out. I don't like going there too much, but maybe it's just a controlled opposition created by the NSA.
Yeah, I can't remember if we brought it up on here, and it would be kind of hard to find again, but somebody took Japanese, the hiragana and katakana, and did Satoshi Nakamoto, and with each of the letters where it looks like Hal Finney.
I saw that.
But like they did have to pick which alphabet were they were using, whether it was hiragana or katakana.
Yeah.
But like, all
Hey,
right, does
Josh.
that just work, or did they make that work?
I know. I did. Well, in the randomizer, selecting the randomizer amongst all the other sorts of things that they could have chosen for Bitcoin, when the NSA, that was the only spot that they couldn't control. There's a couple specific things in how it was done that make you question. But Josh Jake in the chat, shout out to you, man. Josh has been absolutely crushing it up on the morning show. Really glad to have him. So, yeah, nice to see TradFi calling Bitcoin the cockroach that simply will not die. Honestly, being called a cockroach bullish. I cannot kill
they're
it.
an evolutionary wonder.
I know. They've been around since the dinosaurs.
You
Let's be real.
cannot kill those
Oh,
MFers.
you're not one of those people who believes in dinosaurs, are you?
Oh my
I'm kidding.
God.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I've seen the dinosaurs.
I literally
The
have
bones.
have I shown you mine?
Dude,
I'll bring it
what?
in.
You have a dinosaur
I
bone?
have a brontosaurus tail vertebrae.
Okay, you
And
gotta
it's
bring that in.
Heavy. I'll bring it in.
Okay,
Let's hear
love
that.
it, love it.
Don't ask why I have that.
Ah, Meanless got deleted again. He just keeps.
Who?
Oh.
He's so
Oh,
rich. He
C90.
just embraced the uwu. I'm honored. Josh says, here's some stats on Bitcoin, though, where I'm feeling just more bullish than bearish at the moment. Being Bitcoin has $2.2 billion of longs liquidated if it goes to 63.2 and $2.4 billion in shorts liquidated if it goes to 70. This is not the whole reason why I'm feeling good, though. Go to market cap, find this little wily bird here. Go right here. Go to the 7-day. I'm feeling like we built a nice little, this is a jackknife that tried to cascade us back down to a lower trajectory. At large, failed to do so, but dip was bought up very quickly. This is the monthly view on Bitcoin. And essentially, this is just a more chaotic shelf, in my opinion. What you got?
Bob from accounting, damn BJ. I hate to know all the time what you were talking about when you go on your BJ rants.
Yeah.
Thank God
they
somebody gets my
happen.
jokes.
They happen, but you keep me on my toes, BJ. That you really do. You really do.
Anyway.
So we got that more money to be made by liquidating shorts than longs right now on Bitcoin. But then also BlackRock's value, the value of the Bitcoin BlackRock holds stands at $12.5 billion. And at this rate, they will surpass MicroStrategy in 1 week. So if they keep buying at the current rates that we've seen over the past few days, MicroStrategy is going to be singing second fiddle to Larry Fink as far as the largest holder of Bitcoin. Pretty insane to see this happen pretty quickly. I think we're only 40 days into the ETFs being live. Things are coming at you
and
quick.
This is how decentralization dies.
That's more to your point.
Sorry,
it's going to pump the price. Which is sad,
I know, and that's why I try to make sure there's a delineation between those two things.
But we got to buy tanks is the moral of the story. Okay, True. So they're taking everything over.
You mean they're tanking? They're
tanking everything over, and I'm gonna tank them later after I buy a few, maybe a few Abrams. That's what I'm going for. If anyone wants to know how pro 2A I am, I do believe we should all have the same access as the military as far as military hardware goes. So
now Sailor's getting into ordinals, huh?
I saw this. He's
is pivoting his strategy.
Isn't this kind of awkward though?
Because BlackRock's on his ass.
Why is he so adamant against Bitcoin? And he gets like a little bit car salesman-y here. One just sold. That means that there are only 5 left. 5 of these puppies left. The buyer paid 0.06 Bitcoin, which at the current market price is about $4,500. Next lowest price is number 42. He's like the ShamWow guy for Bitcoin ordinals. Like, back now, yeah, it's just like, what are you doing, bro? And he's been going after Bitcoin in and of itself.
So speaking of conspiracies, this is where I think we go back to one we talked about almost a year ago.
What's that?
One of the ways I was wondering if you could manipulate Bitcoin is by slowing down block times and clogging blocks.
Oh, Udi was an inside guy.
Well, Bitcoin's not made to do any of this.
I know. It's
so it's like, do you offset and can you offset the halving by slowing down these blocks? Because you could start making blocks take 2, 3, 4 hours instead of 10 minutes.
And remember those emails Satoshi released in those original emails? He was trying to make it spam free. He was taking a.
Well, now it's spam full.
I know it's spam full, and he actually had to focus on, I'm tired of these spam emails. He was like so sick of spam emails that he wanted to build it to kill spam at large in Bitcoin. Now it's been spammed by BRC20. It's very effective.
Yeah, and it's like, I get it. At a certain point, when only ever so much Bitcoin comes out, and it doesn't behoove miners to actually mine anymore. So what is basically the reason to make somebody want to use this?
Yeah.
So yeah, I understand creating Bitcoin DeFi, if you will, so that there's a reason to actually keep the network up. But I think you fundamentally cripple the system by doing it.
Yeah,
it's
there's the concern. That's why the Bitcoin maxis are like iffy about it, because it's like driving innovation. And then you have like Bitcoin layer 2s like Stacks and ICP trying to bring smart contracts and all that stuff. But then you have BRC20s, meme coins, NFTs, all that stuff coming along with it. It's a pretty interesting time to see for Bitcoin.
And then people claim that Bitcoin can't be changed. But then if you have all these BIPs, what truly is that part of the code so immutable that you could never change the supply from 21 million?
You'd have to have a consensus, but you could, I believe.
I don't have the answer to, but it's like, why couldn't you?
Oh, it makes you ask many, many questions here.
And I think they're questions that should be asked. I know if somebody is a maximalist on something and won't listen to you, take that as a warning sign, because they don't have enough position to actually back up their basis.
We have Bob from accounting. Drew, we need, oh no, it went away. I think he was asking about the $82 billion worth of military hardware that Uncle Joe gifted to the Afghanistan people and the Taliban. And, it's very interesting, Bob. We did see that military hardware on the southern border of Iran being used against Iran from the Taliban. Always made me, ever since I saw that, maybe it was some 6D chess plan, because obviously now you see Iran has turned into enemy number uno, even above the Russian anger that's going on right now. So that's something very interesting to keep in the back of our mind. Thumbnail investor with a $2 super chat. I can hear the pterodactyl use the bathroom.
Because the P is silent.
Oh my God.
It's a banger. That's a
Wait,
banger.
I can't do it now. I'm a pterodactyl.
Is that the noise sound? Is that where the pterodactyl Hannah crawl? Okay. All right, man, we are going way off target here. Now, just a little bit more off target here. We have AOC you know, the Supreme Court is just like a regular court, but it has sour cream and tomatoes. So that's the only real difference there between the Supreme Court. We had a little bit of action happen. You know, I mean, this is the big deal. This is a meme. Okay, this is not real, BJ.
I have heard some of the things that have come out of her mouth.
I know it's hard to tell. Yeah, no, she didn't say it. This is a parody account, so don't want to get sued by, you know, AOC. Man, I don't want her coming and knocking. Now, this is Federal Reserve getting grilled. Jerome Powell was in front of the Senate Banking Committee just before we went live today. I'm going to give this a listen. Things get a little weird in here. If you have children at home that are, you know, you want to shield their ears from some things that were said here. So just tread lightly. Here we go. Oh man, I got to unmute it.
That's all you have. And we plan on keeping ours, end quote. Is that an accurate statement?
Yes, it is.
Okay. That's why I want to ask you about the FDIC.
Here we go.
Have you read the article in the Wall Street Journal entitled, quote, "Strip clubs, lewd photos, and a boozy hotel, the toxic atmosphere at bank regulator FDIC," end quote?
Mm-hmm. I think I did read that a couple months ago.
Did you read the article entitled, I quote again, "FDIC lawyer stayed on paid leave for weeks after child porn arrest," end quote?
I don't remember that one.
Okay, did you read the article entitled, also in the Wall Street Journal, quote, "FDIC chair, known for temper, ignored bad behavior in workplace," end quote?
Honestly, I don't. I read so much, you know. I can't. I remember the broad story, but not particular stories.
Did you read the article in which a former female employee of the FDIC allegedly recalled her male colleagues, saying women needed to use sex to get ahead at the FDIC?
I do not recall that. No.
Okay. Did you read the article in which a female risk management examiner during a lunch with a male examiner said she had become friendly with that examiner, and he complained to her about his marriage, allegedly, telling her he wasn't getting enough sex, and she allegedly said, quote, "Obviously if I walked," or he allegedly said, "Obviously if I walked into this office and you were naked, I'd fuck you right here."
Holy cow. The best freeze frame.
Oh my God.
But what's funny, why aren't they actually talking about any of the relevant things with FDIC, or the fact that there's only $130 billion in that, and that wouldn't even cover Silicon Valley Bank a year ago, or the fact that literally BTFP's ending, the gig economy's changing, apparently the fractional reserve banking is raising from 0%. Still no proof of that. But like, can we talk about relevant things and not scandal?
So many people are still blown away. I knew you were going to go into that rant, and I wanted that rant because it's on March 15th, or was it March 20th?
It's March 11th, March the 11th. BTFP, and then gig economy changes. I've heard rumor of the fractional reserve banking changing on the Ides of March.
And the fractional
which is funny.
rules.
The Ides of March, really?
Yeah, but I know, March, right? But then the fractional
15th.
rules, when they changed the fractional reserve requirements for banks, that was like March 14th, or right as the COVID crisis went
March
live.
26th,
March 26th. That's what it was. What is it with March?
I don't know.
Why
Best
do
month
all
ever.
these things?
I don't know. But it's...
You know?
You have so many things, and then that changes, and then at the same time, you have the Biden administration, a bunch of other people, or just the administration, the being that is, that are changing all the junk fees.
Right.
So credit card debt. So let's say you have a bunch of people that you're loaning money to, and you get $38 a month every time they are late on a payment, and now you change that to 8%. Well, that's where that bank or that credit card company makes money. Now you're taking away their profit, and they're in debt because all these people are never paying the money back.
Yeah.
Do you think they're going to loan out any money when we're at literally foreclosures on the high, credit card debts on a high, back payments on cars? So plus we're about to change the BTFP and everything else. Like, lending's about to stop.
Yeah, I know. And
like just stop.
It matters a lot for traditional finance, and like it's kind of an inverse thought that it's bullish for Bitcoin. That's what's been happening though. Since this system has been implemented, it makes a lot of sense when you realize that Bitcoin was made to escape these idiotic situations that the Federal Reserve and these banks have put together for themselves. And if the Federal Reserve holds its interest rates at the levels that it is at through the year, we will see 196 banks that are at risk right now go insolvent. And that is your money at home. That's what this means for you at home, is that there is a literal intrinsic risk to the banking sector across the United States right now. I myself are in a mid-sized bank that I am pretty concerned
about. Do we
about.
pull our money out? Like, legitimate question.
That's like, you know,
and can we?
Well, people ask me like, when are you going to take profits? I literally, I wouldn't be able to exist if I didn't treat crypto like a aggressive savings account.
Yeah.
You know, I'm taking profits all the time. I'm getting into projects. I have patience to buy big dips. And that is just my aggressive savings account. It's literally like, it's my life. It's everything that I do. I wouldn't be able to provide for my big old family I've been putting together with my big dreams of having this big piece of land.
I didn't think that's what you're saying. Put together with my big.
Oh my God. Well, I should have said that too. I mean, that too. You know, but yeah, it's just when you're thinking about it, I have to find an escape route out of this system. I have been needing it since March of 2020 when I realized that we were going to be turned into non-essential meat bags and data bags for algorithmic robot overlords at a point in our lives. It really hit me that I needed to lock up the land, lock up the tangible assets for my family. The world is not moving in a gentle place. And here's the banking doomsday clock. We're getting pretty close. 3 days, 16 hours, and 30 minutes and 27 seconds. These banks have left to figure something out as far as how they're going to stay solvent. The most curious thing.
JP Morgan doesn't have to worry about it.
Well, no, they'll absorb the carcasses off the side of the road.
And do we have proof of that? Oh, wait, that they're hiring when every other bank is firing,
Right.
That they're remodeling 1,500 locations while everybody else is closing down. Like, go ahead and say you have preferred banks without telling us you have preferred banks.
What you got, Anna?
Like,
JP Morgan is working with BlackRock's ETF, right?
Yeah, well,
they're
are
the custodial,
yeah,
right?
They're just involved in the investment portfolio. So, Coinbase still custodying everything, but
that's what it was.
Yeah, Coinbase is still at the top of custodying. You know, and yesterday we saw the New York Community Bank in its free fall. Then trading was paused, and then all of a sudden they pop up out of the ground, and they received $1 billion.
So this is what I'm wondering: if you have all these billionaires selling all their money, maybe we don't have this like doom and gloom that we think's happening, but what's happening right here, where you basically they're able to position and profit in this 3-minute candle.
Yeah, I mean, this is a violent move for a bank stock.
But that's all they need. So it's like the world keeps on trucking on, but like that's where they make their profit.
Yep, and shorten, longen, all in between.
But that's again, what time frame is that? Like,
this was within. I think these are maybe half-hour candles. I believe. Let's zoom in on this. Let's see. Oh, these are 1 day candles.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, so that would be turmoil for a little while, like a week.
You know, really, they received the $1 billion from some past feds, you know, people that worked with the federal government on one level or another that lead banking organizations right now. I am curious to see the proof in the pudding on exactly how they were able to pull this off, because they absorbed Signature Bank, had those losses on their books as well. And somehow they convinced these hedge funds or these, you know, money market managers to.
Also, Brandon says move your money into credit unions. I don't know that those survive this.
Well, that's
a legitimate question.
I've been under the assumption that credit unions were not as at risk because they didn't have such a loaded ESG and commercial real estate exposure.
Okay.
So, you know, I don't think that, I think that what he's saying is actually accurate to a pretty large degree. But there will be some credit unions that decided to maybe do things a little bit differently. But at large, I feel more safe about credit unions right now. But yeah, it just kind of in the conversation, like when you take profits or how long are you going to hold this? Like I literally am in crypto to outpace inflation, and I'm taking profits all the time. You know, things hit me all the time at life. You know, I have to make a new room or do something to the house or buy a new vehicle. It comes, and I got to be prepared for it when it comes. Those things are devastating to the average person that's trying to survive out there right now. And, you know, I'm trying to just emphasize this because I know there's probably a few people watching this that are just getting into crypto, they're realizing that their dollar is melting between their fingers. They can't feed their families effective anymore. There is an escape hatch, but you have to act aggressively. It's just, that's basically where we're at in the U.S. lifeline. So that is what I have to say about all the banking stuff. This is Attorney General Letitia James' speech to New York firefighters drowned out by pro-Trump chants. Let's give it a listen here. This is her trying to speak at the convention. I wonder why this is not working. It's not punching over the sound here.
Today we are making history, swearing in our first African-American woman chaplain of FDM Kavanaugh.
Seems like she's real popular. Seems like she's really being received well in New York. New York also put together some National Guard. Where is this? I want to find the National Guard.
Subway?
Yeah, this is the subway in New York now, basically a police state. So
Now, I'd be interested to go there right now and see if this was just a setup for like
And
a
the photo
single
op.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be putting it past this to actually exist just long term. Shout out to $0 G-Row with the memberships. What you got, Hannah?
I was there January, and I said on this show that I didn't see one cop.
No
the whole
cops
time
down
I
there.
was in New York City. So
Right.
what is this?
This is the
why did
National
they-
Guard being put down there because you saw no cops and people were being pushed in front of trains and killed by both illegal immigrants and just the general degraded society.
Did you see that
leaves.
fight
People
I
have
did?
actually,
Where
like,
two
been
guys were
dying?
fighting and one of the guys falls into the
Oh yeah,
the track, and then the guy stops and pulls him out. He's
I
like,
saw that.
He's
That was
like,
good.
not like this.
Yeah, I
and I
know.
was like, all
that's
right.
such a jackass move.
It's like you just lost. We're done here. But
Yeah.
I'm pulling you out the train tracks.
No, I mean the subways in New York have turned into Mad Max, and I think that seeing this, it doesn't really make me feel safer. I feel like people are just being preconditioned for martial law
Yes.
when I see something like
Ugh.
this. So
Ugh.
yeah, and also you're thinking about the population. They all are disarmed. They are not allowed to
Ugh.
have Second Amendment rights. They're
Stop.
not allowed to protect themselves. They don't have anything like this on their person.
You
That
know
doesn't
what's
exist.
funny? How much of this is
How-
like Walmart? And I legitimately mean that.
Walmart?
So when you go to walk out of Walmart,
Oh, yeah.
when they ask for your receipt, they're asking for your consent.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then the second you consent, so same thing when they're like, here, come over here and be like, I don't consent.
Yeah.
So I'd be really interested to read those signs.
Wait,
be like,
consent for what? For them to
For
like,
search,
chase
for
you?
like Walmart, greeters. They used to be greeters.
Yeah,
now
yeah.
they're checker. Like
they're,
Yeah.
What do you call them?
That is
Searchmen.
literally them legally asking for your consent. And
Right.
the second you hand them, you have given them consent.
Yeah.
So usually I just say, hi, have a nice day. And I keep walking.
Yeah, I'm
And
pretty
sometimes
rude.
you'll get somebody who's like a cop. Like I had one guy like literally grab me and I looked down at him and go, unless you want to get stabbed, take your hand off of me.
Well, and like at Costco,
Like that is
they,
not legal for them to touch you.
They they always check me at Costco, right? But they only just look at the chart, make sure that roughly it amounts. And
Yeah.
I'm always spending $600,
Yeah.
right? So shut up. What do you want me to buy the whole store?
Yeah.
Get out of my face and stop looking. And there was one person that tried poking around at my food, and I was pissed anyways because I'm a pretty edgy person through the day to anyone outside of my family. And this person was sitting there poking and prodding at all these foods that I
Sorry.
just paid $500 for. I got pissed. What do you got?
Michael Moore, you got a big mouth for somebody who holds 2 Solana.
Oh my God.
Who's he talking to?
Meaningless.
Yeah. Wait, you're gonna make me
What?
forget.
And Meatless is in. I mean, at least he's got 2 Solana. That's like $300 these days. You know what I mean? That's huge. Let's look
Oh,
at the,
I was gonna say, how are they gonna be like checking people's bags on the subway though in New York? Like people have to go to work, they have to take what they have to take.
the state
But they're
does
like
not care.
checking their bags and their personal
Oh
belongings.
yeah,
Like,
that'll come. And it's the same stuff. Like I got to get on a flight quickly. Guess what? You have to wait an hour in security, and everyone's used to that, right?
And if somebody you can't even have a gun in New York.
No, you can't. You can't even have pepper spray.
Oh,
My favorite is one
I
time I got
hate
pulled
this a
over and
lot.
a cop asked if they could search my car and I go, legally you cannot. And they go, why? And I was like, because I have IP protected items in this car.
Mm.
So unless you sign an NDA, I can't have you look. And he just gave me this look. He goes, go ahead.
Yeah, because you
Interesting.
know your shit.
Yeah.
Okay, I
was just
need
like,
to-
you legally can't look at my car.
I'm gonna get
Oh my
a
God.
document and write it down all of my rights from BJ.
Here we
Not
go.
for me.
Wait.
There's other people who actually know it.
What do you got, Hannah?
That reminds me, the subway thing reminds me of flu season when I guess it was Australia and maybe Canada, when there was all of those.
You know, those aren't next to each other.
I know,
I think she knows. I think
but
she knows
in
that.
those locations simultaneously, there was like, I think, there was like officers and military staff, I don't know, and police. Do y'all remember when the streets were like blocked off to regulate like the curfews?
Yeah.
Oh
in
yeah,
cities?
COVID curfews. Yeah.
It was terrifying to me. I was
Australia
like, why
was
are
real bad
you?
about
People
that.
literally couldn't go outside in Australia. Like that, like you couldn't walk past a certain point because there was like a line of police with like barricades.
See, and I know
That's
exactly.
so scary!
In that time frame, I was mapping out trenches and cover and walking paths. You know, there's a different mindset. I know you're probably describing a moment you were very scared. I was very focused.
I was just drifting back roads because I knew nobody was on them. Like late at night, I'd go driving and people are like, "Why are you driving around?" I was like, "Because nobody's on these roads."
Yeah.
Like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah,
You're not gonna do anything.
China has more control because they have like that big city center built out. Like they have thousands of people living in a singular building. Much easier to lock down Chinese civilians than the U.S. I do think that the Chinese economy falling off the face of the planet is going to push them over the edge into capturing Taiwan in a hard-sided way. Here's a little bit more to why I continue to think this. The China boom is over. This is from Peter St. Onge, PhD. And the last thing that we import from China would be another Rust Belt. The Chinese miracle has been on life support for a decade as far as their growth in their GDP and their economy, as President Xi turned against private businesses that he saw as a political threat. This is referring to the likes of Jack Ma and all these different entrepreneurs that were really on the cusp of creating something really awesome with the tested free economy within China that has been locked down by President Xi. Meanwhile, you know, and just for reference, China was on a great path of growth, double-digit growth, and they have fallen to 5% growth. It's pretty unheard of for them. They're supposed to be this booming, upcoming economy.
Pausing. Sweden just joined NATO.
Oh, shit. Hannah's just going to drop her computer and walk out.
Yeah.
Did Sweden just join NATO? Does that just happen?
I don't know.
Now we need to look into
My
that.
phone's too far away.
It's gonna get so spicy, you guys. Beijing compensated by pumping cheap money to the favored industries such as their commercial real estate, the manufacturing of EV goods. Now they have gigantic electric vehicle graveyards lying around. Now China is covered in ghost factories.
BS?
What is that?
Well, I just don't want to say it live. I don't know if we're allowed to say that word.
If you don't know, we shouldn't say it. With the shit you say, we probably shouldn't say it.
Yeah, a potentially highly exothermic thing.
Oh, God. No, we're not going there.
A big pile of lithium batteries that haven't been properly disposed of, just sitting in a pile.
Yeah, it's not good.
Just saying.
The biggest risk for America is the flood of cheap Chinese imports, or exports rather, that would delight customers in the short term, lowering inflation, but could wipe out what is left of American manufacturing. So now on the doom and gloom on this wiping out what is left of American manufacturing, I don't think that's the case. I think it would just have to be a more expensive manufactured product if we have to manufacture it here in the U.S. and apply our EPA guidelines that we have to abide by here.
Well, what about Mexico?
We have more natural resource and manufacturer build out than they do.
They do. Okay, that was a question.
But they have things that they can be very effective at in Mexico. It's, but America could compete and actually produce our own lithium and things of that nature, but it's much more expensive.
There's lithium in your tap
I don't
water.
think lithium's going to be relevant much longer with a lot of the solid state capacitance and a lot of things that people are working on.
I hope so,
I mean,
man.
lithium's just, it's not. There's much better routes.
Someone corrected me, and I knew this. I just get them flip-flopped. The cobalt is why the slavery's kicked back up in Central Africa. The lithium is actually what's...
There's lithium in your tap water.
Yeah, the lithium's
some
South
validity to
America.
that.
So
It's keeping you docile.
lithium triangle in South America, not Africa. So just want to correct myself.
But yet we want to stop Toyota. I still love that Toyota is literally taking, I'll say cow feces. But basically taking it, processing it, getting the methane, then getting the hydrogen, diatomic hydrogen off of that, and basically powering cars and then powering homes.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, if you're going to have a waste product, I remember back when people did gasification, with waste.
Yes, I
Like,
remember
where did
that.
like, if you're gonna care and push this ESG narrative, it's like you've had technologies around for like 30 years that you're like, nah, we're
They
just not
don't
gonna
care.
do this.
No,
like,
they get captured. That's my dad
okay.
was super aggravated with hydrogen fuel cells. He was developing those or trying to get them developed, and just it ran into massive pushback.
Like, I would love to see like the kilojoules of energy released from the unintentional detonation of a lithium cell versus that of hydrogen. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sure they're massively different, but
Yeah.
it's like, it's also the volume at which you have.
Yeah.
So it's like, if a hydrogen car goes up, how catastrophic is it?
You know,
And can you contain it? Can you put in retardants to stop it?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like you're a lot more likely to be able to put a retardant in there. So it's like something that's going to bond with that hydrogen, basically somewhat curtail that exothermic reaction versus it's like lithium. Enjoy it.
It's
like,
tough
yes,
to
you
put
could
out.
probably also do that, but it's like, it might be a little bit harder.
Dude,
Or
everyone's...
they're exactly the same and nobody's doing
This
anything.
is why we have the smartest chat in YouTube. I see so many Toyota Maxis out there. You guys are sparking so much joy with me right now. Hold on. Let me see if I got this bookmarked. I saw something pretty... I've shown this before, but this is still on my mind. Bull market vibes. We don't need the sound for this.
Yeah, no.
On a
I'm
Tundra.
still complaining about the torque that launch just created.
You're talking about...
That truck's not handling.
Right here.
I need to see that subframe.
Yeah. It's going to be
The
bent.
shocks don't even take any impact. Come on.
I don't know. If it's a Helix, though, those things are indestructible. I mean, you can throw them off a cliff. They keep going.
I saw no flexing in the
No
suspension.
flex
Oh, my God.
zone.
Retardio
No
expect
flex
us.
zone.
Hannah is in the chat, just causing pure chaos. Look at this system, though. Absolutely a very intriguing design that this is.
Pause
indeed.
right here. Hold on.
Oh, yeah.
There's about to be a very intriguing design.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus, it's so loud. Let me turn this off. There we
You'll
go.
know where to pause.
All right, let's get it.
Not yet. Stay on
Almost.
target. Stay on target.
What is this?
There
Pause.
it is. The ultimate destroyer.
Really? Nobody?
Oh, it's the ultimate
Nobody?
destroyer. Yeah. Oh,
There you go.
What is this ad though? Why are they blowing up all the cars?
Well, why that shape though?
It's only
Didn't
a
Putin
concept.
just say that nuclear war is like very, very possible? What the fuck is this, Toyota?
This is a potential. Okay, so
Well, it's not a potato.
This is a concept for a vehicle-mounted drone/missile system. So this is not down the street from us right now, Hannah. I know, but it's an idea. Okay, it's an idea. Hear me out. Okay, the world's getting weird.
Cali
Might
Crypto
need
knows
one.
what's up.
Yeah, you might need one. You know, and one thing I did want to note, you're talking about the fear that was there during the lockdowns, Hannah, and how scary it was to see martial law potentials, right? I think that the government at large realized how many of the United States American male public feel the exact same way as me. We were not quiet. We're not hiding. We were ready. And I think that the CBDC push is running into the same opposition, not only on the Senate and congressional, sure, like all their words, but the real grassroots America, me and you at home, will not stand for it. They can feel it in their bones. They know that they cannot institute CBDCs without a very wet red ride to the top if they want to get there. So, I think that our opposition's actually having an effect. Don't do it, BJ. Don't do it. I know exactly where you wanted to go.
I'm having prom night flashbacks.
Prom night flashbacks, man. Those are rough times. Misspelled celebrity meme coins on Solana surging in price, such as Joe Biden, Donald Trump, and Elon Musk. This is just a highlight to
I didn't buy Olin.
You're in Olin?
I didn't.
Okay. That's when you missed out on, well, maybe it'll moon. Misspelled celebrity meme coins on Solana are taking off with tokens based on anyone from Andrew Tate Andrew Tate, Joe Biden, Geo Bowden,
Steve Jobs, and now there's was it Dig Wef Heat?
Oh no! Where's the Tyson coin? Or
there was one.
The one that I looked at was awful, god awful. Don't look at Tyson right now. It's like Tyson's cat or something like that, and it looks like a complete rug pull. So,
Look, are you new to Solana meme coins?
No, I'm not new. I'm just appreciating the chaos.
It's pure chaos,
and
love
it's getting
the
so much
chaos.
more.
It's absolute chaos.
I'm missing my Solana though.
Yeah, you've had a little bit of a hard go on Solana meme coins so far, right?
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, they're fun.
They're fun. It works fast. You can lose money fast. I think I lost 50% on my Trepe so far. Diamond Hand in this one to the
going
millions.
Up. Don't worry about it.
Trepe's going up.
I'd be interested because that community is
They're
so
trying.
busy.
They're trying, man. I see them out there. They out here. Andrew Tate coin. It's all getting real weird. Dig wife hot. Oh
Let's
my
make it.
God. But yeah, we have. Oh my God, real Smurf cat.
Oh yeah.
We got
we've been chilling that in the
Norris.
chat for a hot minute.
Choke Norrisk though, dude.
Yeah.
This is look at these.
No, the Smurf hat's been pretty good.
Choke Norrisk looking sick. Biden blast. Vitalik Buterin worm.
Oh, that's not the actual Smurf cat. There is a Smurf cat that mooned.
This is insane. Troll with hat. Gleek. Javier Muloy. This is what is happening to us in crypto.
Yep.
This is the chaos here. WIF doesn't make you pay for carry-on bags and therefore has stronger fundamentals. This is comparing it to Spirit Airlines. So WIF is now 3 times larger than Spirit Airlines. A dog with a effing hat is 3 times more valuable than a airline company.
The hat stays
Oh
on.
my God. And it gets more. So now we've seen dog coins worth $50 billion. Cat coins are only worth $600 million. Interesting. There's a 65 million dog owners in the United States. There are 46 million cat owners.
No, this stat is wrong. There are no cat owners in the U.S.
No one can really own a cat.
Yeah,
is
the
what you're
cat
saying.
owns you.
Yeah, that is
Yes,
true.
that's
It's
the
an
difference.
abusive relationship with cats.
I kind of like it.
Yeah, it's, whatever floats your boat. It's cool. Not even a 2-to-1 ratio, but dog coins have 8,000% higher aggregate market cap. The cat sector will re-rate bigly soon. So this is interesting here. Cat themed coins.
Wait, could that be our band name? Re-rate Bigly?
Re-rate bigly.
Yeah, man.
You want to do that? Bob from accounting has some really good ideas for our
I mean, bandwidth hat's good, but re-rate Bigly?
re-rate bigly. I was thinking greed instead of creed.
I want to hate that so much, but I can't.
Yeah. I have ideas. So gonna be watching the cat meme coin sector chaotically enough because cat ladies are quite crazy and they love their cats. We have this. Who is there? Where were you? God, we're bringing up COVID talks and all this stuff. This was when I was laying on my bathroom floor wondering what the world was going to be like in a month. I was expecting a much more exciting apocalypse than we experienced. Had my stuff ready and, it was a scam flu. But here was the scam Wix from that moment. This is on March 16th of 2020. And this is some mental preparation for the potentials of chaos, extra chaos in crypto that you should not be missing out or not paying attention to. Keep it in the back of your mind. Chainlink was $1.85. It fell by 50% that day. Bitcoin, $4,225, falling by 42%. Ethereum down 45% to $104. Bitcoin Cash, $144. And I was sitting here looking at these prices when it happened, and essentially waited till Bitcoin gathered some footing, slight footing at $5,000, and I was able to get my Bitcoin. Ethereum, I waited until $170, $180 and hammered into Ethereum, and I built a bag of Chainlink. Chainlink was a very small, just off play at the time being, turned into something much larger up to the point that we are at now. It's honestly the project that I've become the most bullish on besides Bitcoin is Chainlink. So be prepared if we do have some insanity breakout over this election. Should we not get an election, or they turn the power grid off, or something cataclysmic happens to the prices. Now, buying crypto in a power grid down scenario, kind of tough. Tough.
I'm wondering if we want to do a prepper show, we should go to a junkyard and buy a bunch of old fans.
And remake them with the motors? I'm down with that.
Well, they are. I mean,
get a soldering iron out there.
You don't have to do anything.
Why?
What's the difference between a generator and a motor?
The energy's going and being stored somewhere?
No. So a motor, you put power into it and it spins.
Yeah.
Generator, you spin it and it makes power. It's the same thing.
Just make a bunch of generators out of them.
So you grab the fans, which are incredibly strong motors for what they are.
Yeah.
And then you connect a propeller or anything else, put it in a little stream, and now you have a generator.
That's where I was going to do my hydroponics.
And it's good.
Or the
you
hydroelectric.
guys should absolutely, you should do that. How to build your own generator.
Well, I was looking at
build
the
get
hydro.
a junk fan. And I'm not kidding. On
I
that.
have some in my house.
Okay.
I was gonna put them in the
It'd be fun
river.
to do. I don't know like the kilowatt hours that you get off.
I had a river and the freaking city took it away from me. I had clean city water creating a river.
Wow.
And then they saw me dig a trench and I was capturing the water for myself. And the next day, the city sent out a bunch of tractors and they fixed the pipes that were leaking for years on end. There's probably a sinkhole there now. They don't care about that. As long as I can't have my free water.
No free water.
Unbelievable.
No sustainable life.
Yeah. So here we go. This is kind of interesting. I came across this patent for Nike.
Oh, I thought you were gonna bring up my patent.
No, I didn't. We should bring up your patent.
It's
after
very easy
this.
to do.
This is a good segue into that.
I'm
actually.
angry that they
Yeah.
don't give.
I mean,
Wait,
this is personalized.
This came out on the same day my patent came out.
Yeah. Why does yours not look like this, BJ?
No, this is what mine looks like.
Oh, it is. Oh. Well, this is Nike's out of Oregon, Beaverton, Oregon, filed on the 5th.
That is not true. Hold on, let's read this.
Where is it at? I'm glad I have
Go
a
up to the
patent expert.
number.
Oh, it's
No,
blocked.
This went live on March 5th.
Okay,
So scroll
okay.
down.
Okay.
So you'll have publication data. Go up a tiny bit.
Let's see
Related.
here.
So
Right
filed
here.
on. So their provisional application was filed the 22nd of 22. So go down where it says related U.S. application.
Let's see here. Oh, okay, right here.
So that's when that was filed.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then and then so it goes from a provisional patent. Then they have a year. So the October 26th is when the actual patent was filed. And then the date is when it actually comes out of what is known as issuance and is now an actual patent.
Well, I'm glad I have a patent expert here. So this is what excites me. Not all the semantics, but this. That in some embodiments, a suitable blockchain oracle, such as may be provided by Chainlink blockchain protocol, to serve as a distributed source of knowledge from which these triggering events may be derived.
Just for fun, for paranoia. So,
Oh my God! Can I get what it is out though? Can I
no.
say what this
No,
is?
Go back.
Is that okay? It's a
No,
cryptographic
go back to
digital
the other
asset.
one. No. Go back to the other one.
Oh my God! I'm
So 'cause
sorry
it's
I brought
blocked
this
out,
up.
and go to the top. So go to the top. I'm trying to look at the patent number. So
Okay.
it ends in 415 B2, and then go back to the first page.
Okay. This is awful to
And then
do.
go to the upper corner.
They blocked this off.
415. So that's I think that's the same page. I'm
Yeah.
just making sure that they didn't grab.
You just completely took the spice out of it.
I
with
just
the
want to make sure they
semantics.
weren't
Okay,
grabbing
boys,
a page from
listen.
two different patents and claiming they were together. It's not. It's called doing research.
I mean, okay, but I mean it's the same document.
It is. I just wanted to make sure it was.
Yeah. Well, I guess
Chainlink-
this doesn't matter, so we'll just delete this. Who cares? Nike's going to use Chainlink.
No, that's awesome. I was just making sure it's the same document.
Yeah. Let's see here. What else do I got? I don't even want to do this. This is just, if you jump into these meme coins, you got to be careful of liquidity levels. If Solana meme coins are going crazy, do look at the meme coins liquidity levels, because if you sell basically everything, the graph will change drastically. You might really, really hurt the community at large. So just keep that in mind. If you do buy a big chunk of these chaotic meme coins on the front end, end up, holding a shitload of them, just keep that in mind as you're trying to exit the position. So I did find, I think that there's something here with the Nike Chainlink thing. That's
Yeah.
why I
it's
was like,
definitely there.
Nike dot swoosh has been Nike
and
dot
there-
swoosh is
I just saw the Bricks thing last week. Bricks is going to use Chainlink.
It's also funny. Why'd they block out the patent number on the first page, but
It was
it's
just
on the second page?
Well, it was the page number that it was. So he was taking snapshots of the patent. It's just one of 18. That thing ended up
He
being
wasn't
there.
actually marking it out.
No, it's just, the way she goes. But I got excited about this because it is Nike. I've seen a lot of NFT interest from them and a lot of Web3 interest from Nike. I know that Taco has those. Yeah, they're the dot swooshes. You brought them up in chat.
Which is cool.
That is
Yeah.
cool.
I mean, I think that's proper implementation.
Yeah, it's a real world asset that's like got an NFT and it says not an NFT or like not a JPEG.
Which is hilarious.
I know. And Taco
But like,
better
how
say
genius is that to be able to have, like, say they only make 1,500 of them, and the only way you can buy the shoes is to own that NFT. Like,
Dude, that's a sought
that's
after
what
product.
you should be doing.
Yeah.
Like, why is Supreme not doing that? It's like
They probably will.
there's a lot of BS usages of NFTs, but I think that's exactly what you want.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nike's like already very involved. They've already done multiple things with NFTs, but it's on such a small scale. Like it's such a small niche thing right now. Nobody actually knows about it. Nobody cares. But in the future, They will.
The future's
bullish
now,
on
Hannah.
Chainlink.
The future
is now, but not really. We got time.
Yeah, but if we do see Nike rolling this out, I think what you said is totally true. Like Supreme's gonna do it. Well, I think that Supreme's gonna do it.
Should.
They're all gonna capitulate. Remember last bull market cycle, everyone had to get a spot in like Sandbox or Decentraland or whatever the hell it was.
Gucci was involved too. They had like a storefront. They're all probably disappointed near me,
Bigly.
But they all already are
Bigly.
interested, and there's already people within sectors of their companies that like kind of get it. They care. They've been working on it. Nike has a whole team.
It took money to build out that stuff,
Yeah, like they're interested. So.
Johnny always gets these NFTs with like actual pictures that come with them too. I think that's cool. Like you get the physical artwork, and then you get the NFT that's like the digital representation. As music nerds, I was thinking like NFTs for music, like, showing and proving that you bought a ticket to the band early on that might be like a gated access type thing that people could experience in the future.
I was literally trying to do that.
You were?
I'm going to go ahead and throw Justin under the bus here. Because I was connected with the guy who it's the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame summer camp.
Mm-hmm.
And we were trying to essentially do that. And Justin was like, I don't see this being good. I'm like,
well,
literally, you can buy an NFT and then once a year get a private lesson with like, what is it, Stevie Hagar?
That's gated access.
Yeah,
right there.
it's going to be a thing. Not just, I guess, not everyone thought it was a good idea. I think it is, and I think it will become a thing.
The music thing in NFTs is hard too because they like try to jump straight to the music, the soundtrack being an NFT in and of itself. But then you have to jump chains if you like one artist is on Solana. And then you have another artist say,
like when we launch our band, we do an NFT. There's 100 NFTs.
I like how you said that.
They cost $1,000, and then you own 10% or 3% or 8% of our sales. If you're trying to organically build a band and build a community, it behooves those people to invest in your company because as it grows, they grow. It almost becomes like MLM.
Dude, you just gave me like an insane idea.
I mean, that's just what somebody should do.
You just gave me an insane idea. We start a band. Gated access tickets. Our first show should be Bitcoin Nashville or some Bitcoin conference. Mm-hmm. All crypto-centric people. Then turn those original tickets.
Oh, wait. And then we take our music and we run it through a sound generator that changes the frequency. And then we sell these headphone units that then detune and change the frequency so you can only hear it if you have the NFT and the device.
Dude, that sounds like something Steve Jobs would do. That sounds like some Apple shit right there. I can't get over this Apple thing. They rugged me on headphone plugs. They rugged me.
No, they have an adapter.
Did you just get a new
I had to buy the adapter. No, I mean, I've had this phone. It's like an iPhone 13 or 14 or whatever. That sounds very Steve Jobs-ish.
Oh, yeah, no, I was just kidding. But nonetheless, I think the idea of having NFTs as you're a growing artist and owning a part of the shares of your revenue, I think is relevant.
Yeah.
Because you have the diehard people who are just going to milk off of it, and then you have the people who are going to shill it.
Yeah.
And then you have the people who are just going to shill it because they love you.
And we're crypto-centric. We can do this. We need to start a band, BJ. We need to start a band. We keep talking about it.
I mean, am I supposed to use this little thing?
Yeah, you better. Look at that sexy thing. Super chat from Baylor Bear. Enjoy the channel. Have you ever heard of Alvara? You'll be able to...
Not about Elvira.
To take multiple coins and mint them into a single coin. I have not heard of that. I will check into it though. Sounds kind of interesting. There's a lot of stuff building for our favorite projects right now. I'm still of the opinion that we're going to be surprised in March with an ETF approval for Ethereum. Scary, terrifying, but I think it's coming. Yes, this month. They were asking me on the morning show if Ethereum will hit all-time highs this year. I am of the opinion that Ethereum's going to hit 10K this year. So
Ethereum's like almost at its like all-time high.
Well, no, it's at 4,800. I think it's got some work to do. It's still
that like 3,000 something? I don't know, but I feel like it's been like I haven't.
It's trying.
Too much
it's not.
Attention.
I know it's exciting. It's not.
It's like
close.
looking at that chart, I'm like, damn, we're actually closer than I thought, and I also think we could hit 10K.
Yeah, I mean, it's getting closer than Bitcoin's like right on the edge. Bitcoin did make a new all-time high.
Big hands down.
Hey, what a G!
Hey.
Get to more memberships. Our memberships are blowing up. This is sick. Slipknot cover probably. I did open for Slipknot out in Detroit. I think it was Detroit.
You know, the only reason we're getting members is because I promised when we hit 100,000 they can throw a pie at me. So it's not
The
so much
only-
the love of the channel, but it's the hatred of me.
Well, it's one and of the same.
It is.
You know, that's, you know, on the same subject matter, essentially. But shout out to you, Big Hands Dan. Craft, Masonry, and Hardscapes. That dude is a tool. Playing the keg. Don't know what you're talking about, but Slipknot is pretty nasty good. Blue Punk Rocker, Fade and Tradfi. T gifted a membership. Meanless, Back from the Dead, Robert Young, Camo Crawdad, Web3 Me, Bob from Counting Jay-Z, Shake and Bake, Green Day Prophets, Gonzo Lag, Hannah, BJ. Appreciate you. And honestly, BJ, I'm glad that you actually walked me through that. But I wanted to get just to the juice because I don't care about all the fluff. You are what keeps me well and focused. I need people like you.
I'm chaos.
To slow me down. Though,
If my
sometimes.
chaos keeps you focused, that's funny.
It is kind of sickening, isn't it?
It is.
All right. Well, I'm going to go do some squats. We're going to go do the rest of the things that need to be done for all the news to hit crypto Twitter before everyone else knows. Appreciate every single one of you for joining us. Share the stream out. Smash the like on your way out. Click the link in the description if you want to protect your nuts from the sweaty ball syndrome that's coming to you as the ball market returns. And we'll be seeing you tomorrow. Goodbye.
Okay, bye.